do beyond and above my duty. Yeah? And everything in life. Even with boyfriends, girlfriends, the same thing applies. You know, if you're just standard guy, standard lessons, standard books that you've been given to read, it's not going to get you there. Because there is a huge competition in life. There is 7 billion people. And in the old days, out of this 7 billion, 6 billion could not be in competition because there was no technology. They were in Kenya, they were in India, they were in Africa, some country. But now we are competing with the world. Yes? So you have to be thinking, what am I going to do that is going to be special? You know, find something that you feel passionate about. It might be the best thing if I get you to give up doing something that you don't want. You have to realize, you have to go home and think, yes, this is what I want to do. I want to start thinking about this. You know, I want to make something really nice. And when I show it, I want people to say, yeah, that really affected them. You have to have something to talk about in life. Otherwise, you will just pass through it. I'm sure that if I started talking to you, in your private lives, there are so many things that affects you. Einstein answered many questions. He didn't just write science. People just know Einstein with his relativity theory. But in fact, he was a philosopher. He analyzed life to be able to get to where he got to. And he has got many quotations about life. He says in the morning, if you get up and ask yourself this question, just one question. Is the world a nice place or not? You know, is it a nice place or a bad place? If in the morning you think this is a world a bad place, you're going to feel depressed all day. But if you answer yourself, the world is a nice place, then the brain, because of the way the brain works, it will find it very difficult for you to feel depressed during the day because your first answer will conflict with all the depressive thoughts that you're getting, that you don't want to do this or you don't want to do this. So in the morning, if you say, am I waking up to a nice world? And you start thinking, I like my cat, it's nice. I like my house, I like my colleagues, I like this and that. So you find things that means something to you. So in the morning, then you start thinking, what is it that I want to be? At the end of the day, you can all get immortality in life. And immortality is going to be through your films. If you make films, it means that in your country you will live. You will live, everyone else will die. All the people who try to put you down will die, all the politicians will die, but the artist lives. In fact, the reason anybody wants to be a filmmaker is that they want to live forever. It is the most basic human feeling of refusing to die. But if you get up and you think the world is a shitty place, then why should you want to be a film director anyway? You're already depressed. You don't want to get up and do anything. You want to stay in bed. And the thing that is most valuable than anything else in life, I'm going to ask you to give me one thing that is the most valuable in life, but valuable. What is it? Time is the most important, valuable thing in life. You can't buy it. It's limited. It starts and it finishes. And in this during this period is how you used it. Did you use it for love? Did you use it for air? Is enough for us to live. But we can have air, but if we don't value time, we will never enjoy and make this a better place to live. You will find that I have lots of people who are depressed. They don't want to do anything. They're always complaining. I don't have this book, I don't have this camera, I don't have a car, I don't have a bicycle, I don't have a house. For God's sake, what does it mean that I own? For example, I own these cars, all of them are mine. Hey, it's nothing. It doesn't mean anything if I got one car, it's enough. If I didn't have a car and the bus brought me, maybe if I came in a bus, I would have made friends with somebody there that would be more valuable than me driving alone in my car. So you have to look at life that you have limited time, and you have limited time that you are a university student. When it finishes, you will have so many responsibilities on your shoulder that you will think, Jesus, I wasted my university years. I didn't do enough. Don't waste it complaining, don't waste it sleeping. Get up, and now what have we learned here? We have learned something very important. We have learned that each of us have got our video cameras with us. You have your video cameras. In the old days, film directors, they were like gods. You know why? Because they were the only ones who could access the cinema camera to make a movie. So whoever had the chance, it was like they're the dictator. And people would look up to them. Now, everyone has a camera. It is not the camera that you need. It is the love of life, and it is the appreciation of time that passes. If you realize every morning that when you get up, that you are lucky that your parents have managed to send you here, that you have been given this freedom, and you are born in a time when there is technology for you to make a film, and you have a university like Near East, which has got, the studios, it's got all the facilities that you can make a film. That is why I'm here. It's because it means I can make my own films. And I have things to say. I have made a decision that I'm going to like life, and to be a director, you must start enjoying yourself. If you don't enjoy yourselves, you cannot be a good film director, because you are going to be wasting so much time. There is very few, maybe 1 in a million, that you will be depressed and you will still make good films, and then you will be special. But for life, I ask you again to not waste your time. Now today we have learned something very important. We have learned that we are asked to shoot a scene with limited resources, with actors who have never acted before, with the weather conditions that might be changing. You know what? I have shot films when there was no food for 10 hours, 15 hours. No coffee, no water, no food. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Your actor starts complaining, I am hungry, I can't act. Your cameraman says, I can't act, our food didn't come. Or the food arrives, they sent us the wrong boxes. Or the food we look, it's been cooked so badly that somebody tastes it and they felt it's bad and they throw it all in the bin. So what are you going to do? You're going to say it was a shitty day, we went to do filming, the food was not there was no cold water, my actor was bad, the wind was bad. No. It's your attitude. When you wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful world to be living in, and I can make a difference. Do I have the time? Yes. I want you to tell me, these are the problems I'm having, these are the things that I'm doing well, these are the good. So we are here, we are out in the open, we got the beautiful sea, sun. You can fall in love here. Ingrid Bergman, a famous director. He says he falls in love every time he makes a new movie. He falls in love every time he makes a new movie. Now, I don't know how old you guys are. You guys have all fallen in love, yes? You know that everything looks better, yes? Life looks better, nicer. You know, you come out, great day. You want to do things, yeah? What Ingrid Bergman is saying is that every time he decides to make a film, he falls in love with the idea of the film, and he is in love. He's heightened because love, it releases chemical substances in your body. And if as film director you can fall in love with your project like you fall in love with a girl or a boy, then you have kicked yourself to produce a film that will make a difference. It will be in there. My lead actresses are only women. You know why? Because to me, the most complex thing in the world is a woman. I have managed to solve most of life's mysteries. I have read philosophy, I have read science, I have read this and that, but women I can't understand. I can't solve them. You know, it's impossible to understand women.
Yeah.
You know, because you ask them straight questions, and if they give you straight, you should be thinking there is something wrong here. You know? So if you say, call me, and then if you call after 3 minutes is different, if you call after 10 minutes is different, so I don't understand. So every time I've decided that to understand the black hole, I need to understand women. So my first film, I wrote a film for Venice, and I wanted to show a woman who had problems all around her. Life was beyond her. Other events were leading her. So she couldn't control her life. And I understood a bit more about life. And I fell in love with the woman, not with my lead actress. I fell in love with the whole package. And so I could actually observe her. You know? If I was somebody that I decided that for me music or animals or guns or cars was my love, then I would be making films with cars, with animals. So you have to choose what it is that excites you to be with. Yeah? So I decided that I'm going to, and the one, Dr. Dilara, is about a strong woman. I like strong women, so I am trying to show what a strong woman should be, and maybe, just maybe, 1 in a million chance that one woman is going to watch this movie and she was feeling weak, that she was feeling that she couldn't control her life. That one woman, she's going to feel strong because of this movie, and she's going to get up and do something about her life. I have touched at least one life. Yes? And on the third movie that I'm going to start researching now, which I started, I want to understand what we call a femme fatale woman. Yes? Now, femme fatale woman, I think, has been misinterpreted in the way that in the 50 movies that I've seen. They have always shown her as the manipulative woman who does what she wants and she gets what she wants. I want to challenge this concept, and I want to make it that women, for it to be femme fatale, men fall for her because they are beautiful. Yes? Of course, everybody, the women start taking advantage, but should we be asking, is it the men who are stupid enough to fall for something like this? Maybe the woman never wanted to. Yes? So you have to ask many questions, not look at it from one side. Western, thriller, action. You have to question everything. I told you just now 180 rules. You have to say, what is this bullshit 180 rules? What happens if I use it differently? And some actors, some directors have managed to use it, to break it, and still make it work. So there is nothing solid, unchanging in what I'm saying. Everything is subjective, everything is moving. Okay? Any questions? No, you're all happy.